While the bookshelf does have a selection of pre-made website templates available, you may find yourself wanting to build a section of your website completely to your own liking from start to finish. The bookshelf has customization tools that make this possible, but still include built-in guardrails that make the process easier and help ensure that each piece of your website still displays and functions as needed. You can build from scratch in any kind of project, whether it's been created from a template or is brand new. For this tutorial, we'll start with a completely blank new project. The first step with a blank project is to remove the placeholder section that's included between the header and footer. You can do so by clicking the trash can icon that appears above the right corner of the section when it's selected. To construct a completely new section, you'll work primarily inside the Build tool. This is where elements are housed, which are the building blocks of a website. The Build tool is divided into categories based on types of elements: layout, content, media, and actions. The Advanced Elements section contains elements that don't have specialized guardrails or settings already built into them to help make the building process easier. While they do offer even more ways to customize your website, they come with additional complexities and a steeper learning curve, making them more suitable for advanced website designers. We'll be sticking with the specialty built elements within the other categories to more easily create a section that's still highly customizable. Every section has two important structural elements that need to be included. They're found under the Layout category and are the section background element and the section layout element. Start by placing a section background, which you'll simply click and drag into your viewer. This element creates the backdrop for your section, where you can do things like change the background color, upload a background image, or adjust the padding, which affects the edge spacing of your background. I've added an opaque patterned image on top of my background color so that the color still shows through, but you can add any type of image or no image at all if preferred. If you do use a background image, the larger the dimensions of the image file, the better, as the image will automatically stretch to fill the space as it expands to accommodate more elements placed inside it. This is why only a small portion of our background is currently showing. Once you have your section background placed, the next structural element to add is a section layout. This is the element that all other elements are going to be placed inside of, because every element such as text, images, or buttons needs a container to hold it. The section layout is that container. With section layouts, you have some helpful pre-built settings to explore. You can adjust how many containers will appear next to each other within the section, up to 4 separate containers. You can also adjust the ratios of those containers, the size of the entire layout itself, and more. For this demo, we'll use 2 containers. Now let's add some other elements inside our section layout so you can see how its settings affect them. When placing elements inside a section layout, you can stack as many elements as you would like vertically on top of each other within each container of the section layout. However, elements cannot be placed side by side within a single container of a section layout. Once you've placed some elements, you can edit them and replace them with your own content by clicking on the element in the viewer. This brings up its edit options on the left. Let's adjust the text first by adding a section title and some paragraph text, both of which you can add within a single rich text element. I'm going to copy and paste text in, making sure to remove its formatting when I do, which will default it to paragraph text. Now we'll adjust the placeholder image by first replacing it with a new image. Every image you place will automatically fill the space according to the section layout and the size of the image file itself. To alter an image size, adjust the image size option from Auto to whatever size you prefer, which will always default to units in pixels. To change the appearance of the section layout itself, which is this white background, just click on it to bring up its edit settings again. You can adjust its background color, upload its own background image, which we'll skip doing here, or even adjust the selected color's opacity if you'd simply like the background section already behind everything to be visible. You can also round the corners of a section to create a unique look. From here, you can continue adding section layout elements inside the same section background element, meaning they would all share the same background behind them. Or you can add multiple section backgrounds to a single page to build inside of individually. We've now put together just the basic building blocks of a section entirely from scratch. You can experiment further with the various layout settings available, as well as the additional pre-built elements you can add to a layout, such as callout boxes, accordion menus, and even pre-built newsletter and contact forms, all of which have their own easy-to-use settings to explore. When building from scratch, another helpful feature to potentially use is duplication. If you've built a section that you would like to reuse the basic structure and design of, instead of rebuilding it over again, just click on the section background, then click the duplicate icon that appears over its top right corner. You can also duplicate an entire page of your website by clicking Add New in the top left, selecting Duplicate a Page, and following the few requirements from there. Duplicating a full page to then edit as needed can help maintain a consistent look across every page. In this way, you can actually build an entire website from scratch that's based on your own unique ideas and creativity quickly and easily. Thanks so much for watching the tutorial. We're always adding new ones to help guide you through all the awesome things the bookshelf can do, so be sure to check out the rest of our channel. If you prefer to read through helpful steps, tips, and more, visit our online support center, which I have linked down below in the description. And if you ever need help from our team directly, you can always feel free to email us at support@thebookshelf.io. Thanks again for watching, and we cannot wait to see how the bookshelf helps your author business grow.